Hello, Maddie here. Thank you for coming back for another week, another book here on my channel. Or if this is your first time, welcome. I am so glad you're here and taking time out of your day to listen to my voice. Hopefully it's not too annoying. So, Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm so excited that we are at that time of year that I can finally just enjoy my movies and my hot chocolate and just get to enjoy the pseudo winter weather, because we don't get real winter weather here in Texas, but we get a few days of cold weather and I can just enjoy the Christmas lights and the Christmas movies and the Christmas music and not feel like a weirdo and a crazy person. For like once in my life, I actually had my Christmas videos planned out this year, so I know exactly what to talk to you guys about, and I'm not scrambling to get videos that make sense for this time of year. But next year I will definitely have to come up with something entirely new, because we've now used all my Christmas blogs, or we will between this week and 2 weeks from now. Without further ado, we are going to talk about gifts for the book lovers in your life. I put this blog out December of 21, and it was so funny because that Christmas, my sister-in-law got me this first gift recommendation, and she was like, I was so excited when I saw your blog and saw that it was on there, because that's what I had gotten you for Christmas that year. Like, she already ordered it. And it was a really kind of cool, sweet, awesome moment of like, I put out these things that you should get for book lovers, and that's what she had happened to get me that year. So the first thing is a personalized book stamp. You're not really going to be able to see it because I can't actually open it. This is the insert. It goes into my book. So it pops in. There we go. It pops in, and then you get a book and you press down. And I stamped my books. Let's see, I think there's actually a card in here that has what it looks like. Oh no, here we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So it says, from the library of Madeline Bolton. So that's what it looks like inside my books. It's like it empresses, and does something. But that is my first book lover recommendation, because if they're a book lover, they're always wanting to have, their own library. I mean, I would say most book lovers, our goal is to have a library, which has been weirdly agreed upon is 1,000 books. So, and I'm only at like 400. So we're working on it. We're getting there. Next is bookends. Don't just get like random bookends, but do something a little bit more on like their interests, whether it is straight just books, whether it's video games, their pets, maybe certain places in the world, beaches, mountains, any interest of theirs and get it in bookends. For me, my husband got me, there's cat hair on that. Ignore that. They hold my pretty versions of all my Jane Austen books, but they are from, wow, those look terrible. They're from Lord of the Rings, and they're my bookends because I think it's one of the prettiest scenes in the movies. And so I got my bookends for that. But they're fun and they're nerdy and they go with my interests, because for book readers, I feel like, yes, we love books and things like that, but we also like things that can kind of elevate our books. So getting things like a stamp that show like, oh, I lended you my book, but it's my book because it's like has my stamp in it, or like, it's part of my library because of my stamp in it, or like things like bookends that we can put, because like I said, I have pretty versions of my Jane Austen books, and those are the bookends that go around my pretty versions of my Jane Austen books that have their own separate place that are nice and pretty. So just things like that. That's, if you don't want to get them just books, but what are things that can elevate kind of their library, Next, maybe I'm just like biased in this weird way, but I really, really love pretty bookmarks. I have a whole box of just bookmarks. I got some of these recently from a family friend. These are some really nice leather ones from the Rifle Paper Company. They're, like I said, they're leather. They're really, really nice. This one's just like a pretty pattern, but this one actually just has a stack of books, all actual books. In my blog, I specifically mentioned magnetic bookmarks. These just, it looks kind of silly holding these, but I love these magnetic ones because you can put them, so they magnet shut on the page, and then it's basically a little arrow to wherever you stopped on that page. And I love them. They're also a lot of fun to play with. So I definitely broken and destroyed many magnetic bookmarks, but they're great to play with. And they're my favorite kind of bookmark, just like personally. Next, I have book puzzles. I don't actually own that many book puzzles. Kind of the irony is I own a whole bunch of Paris puzzles because I love Paris. But this is my one book puzzle that I really, really like. And it takes books and gives them kind of cat names. And I've actually done this puzzle many, many, many times because I really like doing the spines of the books. I find it really fun and I find it really satisfying. So book puzzles I think are really good because again, it's taking something they love and kind of giving them things around it that can kind of elevate their love of books. And one thing I did not put in my blog, but that I wanted to mention that my husband got me ages and ages ago, and it's now all mostly been used, so I don't even know if this is going to even show you very well. Here, we'll show you the back. So it is a thinking back to your elementary school days, you know, back in the day when we had to physically write our name on the library card with our checkout date. This is one of those, especially if you're a rereader. I highly recommend these. Or if you're often giving your books out and be like, hey, make sure you write down your name and like the date you read it. As a huge rereader, I love this because I can like write down every single time I reread a book. So this is a fun, pretty inexpensive gift for the book lover in your life. Now, a couple of book suggestions, because the problem with book suggestions is that all book readers are different. So these are like cutesy books for book readers specifically. And let's see, this one isn't on the blog. So you think you're a bookworm, and it has like all different kinds of bookworms. So it has like, let's see, the binger, the Hogwarts alumnus, the fanfic obsession, the clubber, the adulterer, the book thief, the abuser, the crier. And it has all different kinds of bookworms and what kind of bookworm you are. So it's just kind of fun because, again, it doesn't have to fall into any genre. It's just a thing that's kind of cute and funny for book lovers. And then the next one is called Book Love. And it is basically a comic book of like all the things you do and all the places you read as a book reader and like the things you talk about and the things you see and notice or like engage with in the world as a book reader. And so it's really cute and really fun. Highly recommend that one. And then lastly, Otherwordly instead of Otherworldly. And it's a book of very random but very fun words that the book lover in your life might enjoy knowing because it's not just English words, but it has words from all over the world and just words that are just fun to know. And so those are all the recommendations both on my blog and not on my blog. I have another book on here called Show Me How to Survive. It's a really kind of funny book to put on like your coffee table that I read at my sister's house. And I just think it's really funny. All this stuff you can find in my book on my blog. The only exceptions being that kind of library card set and So You Think You're a Bookworm. Those aren't on there. And then finally, I want to give this suggestion just because like, I don't know, I'm older since I wrote this blog and there are a lot of really good cheap suggestions, all the way from like, you know, $5 bookmarks all the way up to like probably like close to $50 personalized book stamp. So you've got a wide range of costs in there. If this is for like somebody you're either super close to or like maybe you got for like a Secret Santa or something like that where you want to spend more money on that person, I would like to recommend getting them a Kindle. There's a whole thing going on recently with like your emotional support Kindle. This is my emotional support Kindle. It's got some stickers on the back. I don't actually stick them. I just got a clear case so that I could trade them out. I want to get maybe like a template that I like cut out paper and stuff so I can interchange my backgrounds a little bit better. But I love this for a myriad of reasons. The main thing for me is, and I guess is like if you really wanted to splurge on somebody, you could. I have a lot of authors I really, really love that are really small, like indie authors, because I read clean, emotionally safe reads. And so a lot of clean authors I found they're a lot smaller. And I could buy every single one of their books at like $5 a book, or I can get Kindle Unlimited and basically all of their books are on Kindle Unlimited. So semi-recently, Evan and I each got to get kind of one slightly more expensive electronic. He got a pair of headphones and I got myself a Kindle. So if you're wanting to splurge on the book lover in your life, I would recommend getting them a Kindle because it's awesome, it's lightweight, and I'm very excited because I'm going on a trip soon, and so I'm going to be able to bring a whole library of books with me and not have to pack a dozen books. So I'm very excited about that fact. So I hope this gave you some ideas for this Christmas for the book lovers in your life. If you have any other suggestions that I maybe didn't mention, I would love if you would comment that down below. Like this video, share this video, please subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you have a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope that you get to read all of the books. I hope you receive all the books. And I hope that it is a wonderful Christmas season. So with all of that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great week, great weekend, great month, great year. I hope you have all the greats because you're truly worthy and deserving of them. So until next time, 再见. Merry Christmas.